Well, welcome back to the NFC title game, where today we will play the Atlanta Falcons. Tonight, the Canton Wizards play the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons come into Canton for an NFC championship game of epic proportions. The Falcons look for their top receivers to be a big play today, but they also need a lot to go right. So, we'll get you out to the game, and we'll see you at halftime.
It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl travels through Canton. It's the Falcons and the Wizards under the lights on Sunday night.
Now from the birthplace of the game itself, EA Sports so proud to join you from the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Wizards of Canton. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete. It's Collins. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Gets around him, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 1. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Nico Collins from 19 yards away. And the Wizards have struck first in this NFC title game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
From the gun, Mayfield.
That is caught. He's got a first and maybe more. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Romeo Doubs.
67 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Deshaun Elliott up to make the play defensively. Second down and 6 now. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Oh, look at the juke.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Mayfield.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of the tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Wizards have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. In the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Third down and 13.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jervon Dexter coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up fourth. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And this will be taken at the 13.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down.
At the 7-yard line.
Hurts. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he's got it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Wizards will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So out come the Falcons now.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Mayfield down.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield looks to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we are off
Up 14 at halftime. It's Canton 24, Atlanta 10.
Show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line. Let's get
Canton
back
has
to
had
it.
a couple of great drives, so has Atlanta.
Welcome.
Just that we've stalled Atlanta out almost every time. They've had 2 drives, a touchdown drive and a field goal drive. Hurts 9 of 15, 146, 2 touchdowns and a pick. While Mayfield's 5 of 7, 108 and a touchdown. Rushing wise, Derrick Henry 8 for 48. Josh Jacobs only 6 for 5. Jalen Hurts 4 for 21. Juszczyk 1 2-yard touchdown run. Nico Collins 8 for 86 and 2 scores on the reception side, and Romeo Doubs 1 for a 67-yard touchdown. Defensively, the only interception of today's game came from Kool-Aid McKinstry to get him. Both field goal kickers are 1 for 1 on field goals. Aubrey from 46. It was Boswell from 35. That does it for me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the end of the game to do more stat check.
Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Mayfield. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw, Mayfield. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. Running straight ahead is now the ball comes loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Corum now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he shifts past him.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now back to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
Give decorum on the zone read.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hurts going to keep it running right.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throw left side complete. That's Adams.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Dell.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They run straight ahead with Corum. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. First man through, it's the fullback use check. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
They'll try and run for the first with Corum.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Josh Jacobs, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Again, it's Corum. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the gun, a give to Corum. Down to about the 22 here. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Corum. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, it's Corum. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that, could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. And he works free, gets through, and now an opening. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Here's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Mayfield. And he wisely will throw that one away. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
Throw out wide is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a nice pickup as this
the final seconds tick away, and the Wizards are going back to the Super Bowl for the 2nd year in a row. 37-18 over the Atlanta Falcons. Baker Mayfield not happy.
To go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs.
Baker Mayfield not very happy here.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship.
So,
for Charles
the
Davis,
Wizards
myself, Brandon Gordon, and our entire crew will talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl for the 2nd time in as many years. So, Wizards. So, the Wizards win today. Baker Mayfield. Anthony Richardson threw 1 pass, but he went 0 for 1. Jalen Hurts, 12 of 19, 170, 2 touchdowns and a pick. And Mayfield, 15 for 24, 244. And Swapham, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Rushing wise, Blake Corum, 12 rushes, 52 yards. Jacobs had a touchdown run, and so did Kyle Juszczyk for 2 yards. Receiving wise, Nico Collins, 5 receptions, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. Canton, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 3 receptions, 43 yards. And you see here. Defensively, Jack Jones had the big interception return for the touchdown. That really got this one. That really kind of put this one out of reach. Layden McKinstry was the one The only interception for Atlanta. Final score today. The Wizards 37. The Falcons 18. Thanks for watching, everyone.